Here's another tip about taking better, more meaningful photographs of your children. Hi, I'm Joanna King, a documentary family photographer based in Ireland, and in this series of videos, I am giving all my tips, everything I have figured out about taking more meaningful photographs for our family, of our family. So, today I want to talk about intent, and I've talked about intent before, but I think it is always overlooked. We tend to be busy parents slapping away photographs on maybe not a daily basis, but when something cute happens or, we're somewhere special, we take photographs because we want to remember that day and that feeling. Okay. But I feel that we are all guilty about not really putting any thought into why we're taking that photographs. Do we really need that photographs? Are we taking the right kind of photographs? Are these photographs going to be really the ones that matter later? Is it the right moment to take a photograph, or maybe should I be present with my kids right now and leave the camera aside? Okay, I'm not telling you that overnight you can become super intentional and really think about every single photograph that you take and make sure that you only take the photograph that will matter, and you always include what needs to be included, and you never snap away photos just to send to the family WhatsApp group. That's not what I'm saying. Obviously we cannot be on all the time. We can't just be connected and mindful all of the time, but this is a practice. And when we start practicing intent in taking our daily photographs, obviously we can be more intentional about other things. So what intent looks like when it comes to photographing our families is, for example, if we see something cute happening and we just pick up our phone to take a photo, we could ask ourselves, oh, wait a second, does me taking a photograph is going to take me out of the moment and stop me from actually enjoying it? Or will I maybe get distracted and then start, scrolling or looking at messages and then really disconnect myself from my child right now when there was a cute moment, but it might be more important for me to be in it right now and than taking a photo? Or while we are aware of those things and we think those things, we might say, oh yes, I noticed how this is a super cute moment. I'd love to take a photo of it, but I'm going to be very mindful of just taking that one shot and then putting the camera or the phone away again, which is something I try to do now. So I take a lot less photographs than I used to, because I realize that it's not about taking the perfect photo. It's just about a few photographs that's just gonna bring back that feeling for me one day. I don't need to spend an hour behind the camera, even if it is the first birthday party or the 10th birthday party. All I need are a handful of photographs to capture that day, and then I'm better off being in the moment with them. But it's a hard balance. Like, I'm not saying I'm getting it perfect all the time. It can also look like paying attention to moments that are happening around at home or, in your everyday without the phone or the camera first. So just being aware of the moments that you may want to photograph tomorrow, but without the camera. So it is just about mindfulness, looking at what your days look like, what kind of moments you may want to look back on in 10 years and 20 years time. You might say, oh, well, this thing that my child is doing he's probably only going to do it for a little while longer, so I'd like to photograph it tomorrow when it happens again. It can be the simplest of things. The way children, when they're tiny, they reach up to catch things. Like, they reach up to catch the door handle, or they reach up to catch something on the counter, and then 2 years later you realize, not even 2 years later, 1 year later, you realize they can actually reach the handle, and then it's over. They're not on their tippy toes anymore. So those kind of moments, if you're not really mindful and pay attention, you're going to miss them. So you're not going to capture that moment where when your toddler is like on his tippy toes, or actually is like bringing the bike from underneath so that he can climb on it, and then those moments are gone. And maybe it doesn't matter that you didn't take that photograph. I'm not saying we need to take all the photographs, but by putting more thought into it, we might capture moments that are actually more meaningful to ourselves and to our children. And I hope those two examples make sense, but I could give you like 1,000 more. I actually talk about this a lot in my course, Make Time Stand Still, Not Your Kids, which is a course specifically created for parents. Whether you use your phone or camera, it doesn't matter. The first module is about intent. The second module is about capturing moments as a parent. The third module is about light and focus and getting photos technically better. And the fourth module is about printing. So if you're interested in that course, comment Make Time and you will get a link to the course just to check it out. But yeah, these are the examples I have for you today, and I hope you've enjoyed it so far.